Welcome in, everybody, to our deep dive into March 14th.
Ooh, March 14th.
In history.
All right.
And today we're working with some interesting source material. It's not, your typical textbook, recounting of dates and battles.
Right.
It's more like a curated collection of intriguing snippets.
Okay.
Almost like a time capsule of how people have chosen to remember this particular day throughout history.
I like that. A time capsule.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But we're going to kind of see not just what happened on this day, but also the stories,
right,
the personalities, and even the humor that has become intertwined with March 14th.
Yeah. And that's what makes this source so exciting. We'll be uncovering not just what happened on this day, but also the stories, the personalities, and even the humor, like you said, that have become intertwined with this date.
Exactly.
It's a really cool way to look at history.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's fire up the time machine, shall we?
Let's do it.
Our first stop takes us back to colonial America. We often think of this era as being very formal and serious.
Right. Very buttoned up.
But even then, there was a vibrant spirit of community and debate.
Oh, absolutely.
In fact, on March 14th, 1743, the first recorded town meeting in America took place at Faneuil Hall in Boston.
That's fascinating. The first recorded town meeting.
I know, it's amazing to think
1943.
recording technology even existed back then.
Yeah, what's intriguing here is that the act of recording this meeting, even with the limited technology of the time, fundamentally changed the way history was documented.
Right.
It allowed for greater transparency and gave a voice to the everyday citizens who were shaping the future of their communities.
Absolutely.
These recordings became a powerful tool for understanding early American democracy in action.
It's amazing to think about how something we take for granted today.
Totally.
Like recording a meeting was a revolutionary act.
That's huge.
And speaking of revolution, just a few decades later, on March 14th, 1794, Eli Whitney patented his cotton gin.
The cotton gin.
Now, our source throws in a little joke here, suggesting someone should have patented the gin fizz the next day.
Well, they certainly had a sense of humor back then.
Yeah.
But jokes aside, the cotton gin's impact on American society, particularly in the South, was profound.
Oh, yeah.
And complex.
Absolutely.
While it did revolutionize cotton production, it also tragically intensified the reliance on slave labor, leading to one of the darkest chapters in American history.
Right. And, it's so easy to focus on the technological marvel of an invention without fully considering its long-term social and economic repercussions.
Absolutely. We have to think about the whole picture.
Yeah, the whole picture.
Yeah.
Now, fast forward with me to the turn of the 20th century, and we find ourselves in sunny Florida on March 14th, 1903.
All right.
It was on this day that the first national bird reservation, later to become Pelican Island National Wildlife Refuge, was established.
Wow, the first national bird reservation? That's incredible.
Yeah.
What a pivotal moment in the conservation movement. It marks a growing awareness of the need to protect our natural world.
Yeah.
These spaces not only provide vital habitats for wildlife, but also offer us all a chance to connect with nature and understand the delicate balance of our ecosystems.
Absolutely. And speaking of delicate balance, our source dives into a rather eclectic mix of birthdays for March 14th.
Okay, let's hear it.
We have Simone Biles, the gymnastics phenom, turning 28.
Wow, 28 already.
We have Steph Curry, whose full name, by the way, is Wardell Stephen Curry II.
Oh, I did not know that.
The basketball sharpshooter.
Amazing.
Turning 37.
Okay.
And then there's Taylor Hanson of the band, Hanson.
Oh, wow. Hanson.
Turning 42.
42.
It's interesting how this day brings together such a diverse range of individuals.
It makes you wonder what, if any, connections there might be. For instance, Simone Biles and Steph Curry, though, from completely different fields, both represent a new generation of athletes who have achieved incredible success through dedication, talent, and a willingness to push the boundaries of what's possible in their respective sports.
That's so true. They both redefined what excellence looks like in their fields.
I love that.
And for a bit of vintage Hollywood, on this March 14th, we have the debut of Burt Reynolds' centerfold in Playboy magazine back in 1972.
Oh, wow. Classic Burt Reynolds.
Our source certainly has a knack for finding those quirky little details that add color to this day.
Yeah, for sure. Now, shifting our focus to the political arena, we come to March 14th, 1923, when Warren G. Harding became the first U.S. president to file an income tax return.
Wow.
It seems like a simple act, but it reflects a significant shift in the relationship between the government and its citizens.
Yeah, it really does make you think about how the tax system has evolved over time.
For sure.
And on a more somber note, we have March 14th, 1964.
Okay.
the day Jack Ruby was found guilty of murdering Lee Harvey Oswald.
Right.
The man accused of assassinating President John F. Kennedy.
A very significant day in American history.
Our source points out how television coverage likely played a role in shaping public perception of the trial.
Absolutely. This event marks a turning point in how media, especially television, began to influence high-profile legal proceedings.
Right.
The ability to bring the courtroom into people's homes had a profound impact on how they understood and engaged with events of national significance.
It's fascinating and a little unsettling.
It is.
To think about how the presence of cameras might have affected the trial itself.
Right.
Now get this. On March 14th, 1986, Robert McDonnell set a world record for staying awake for 19 days straight.
What?
That's over 453 hours.
Oh my goodness.
I can't even imagine functioning after missing a single night of sleep.
I know, 19 days.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. It's a testament to human endurance, though certainly not something to be tried at home.
But it also raises questions about the limits of the human body and the crucial role sleep plays in our physical and mental well-being.
It really does.
Really makes you think.
Yeah. Okay, get ready for a whirlwind of National Day celebrations.
Oh, boy.
Because March 14th is a day for embracing the quirky and the delicious.
All right, I'm ready.
We've got National Write Down Your Story Day, encouraging everyone to put pen to paper or fingers to keyboard and unleash their inner storyteller.
I like that one.
Then there's National Children's Craft Day.
Okay.
A day to unleash creativity and maybe get a little messy with glue and glitter.
Always a good time.
And for those with a love of nature, there's National Learn About Butterflies Day.
Yeah.
A chance to explore the fascinating world of these beautiful pollinators.
It's interesting how these seemingly lighthearted National Day celebrations often tap into deeper human desires.
Yeah.
The need to create, to connect with nature, to celebrate our shared interests. These are all threads that weave together the fabric of our culture.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And of course, we can't forget the most mathematically delicious celebration of them all.
Which is?
Pi Day.
Of course.
March 14th, or 3.14, is a tribute to the mathematical constant pi, that never-ending number that's been baffling and fascinating mathematicians for centuries.
Yeah, pi is pretty amazing.
Our source, with their usual playful touch, suggests we all enjoy some mathematical ice cream to celebrate.
Okay, I can get behind that. Maybe a pie with a pi symbol on top.
I think they'd approve.
Yeah.
Pi Day, beyond the fun and festivities, is a great example of how we can make learning engaging and accessible.
Right.
It demystifies a complex concept and encourages people of all ages to explore the wonders of mathematics.
I love that.
Speaking of celebrations, we have a whole lineup of fascinating individuals also celebrating birthdays on March 14th.
Oh, cool. Who do we have?
Actress Penny Johnson, known for her roles in The Orville, and 24, turns 64 today.
Happy birthday, Penny. She's had a remarkable career showcasing incredible range and versatility, from sci-fi adventures to gripping political thrillers. She brings a captivating presence to every role.
She really does.
Yay.
And a very happy birthday to Prince Albert of Monaco, who turned 67 today.
67, wow.
Our source couldn't resist a little royal humor there, but yeah, everyone deserves a good laugh on their birthday.
Absolutely. Laughter is a universal language, and even those in positions of power can appreciate a lighthearted moment. Speaking of laughter, Adrian Zmed, famous for TJ Hooker and Bachelor Party, is celebrating his 71st birthday.
Wow, 71. And just to keep the party going, we have radio personality Rick Dees turning 75 today. He's the man behind the song Disco Duck, a tune that's undeniably catchy and a true testament to the, shall we say, unique musical landscape of the 70s.
Disco Duck, what a classic. It's a perfect example of how pop culture can create these unexpected and sometimes divisive phenomena that become woven into the fabric of our collective memory. Love it or hate it, you can't deny its impact.
No, you can't. And finally, we send birthday wishes to the one and only Billy Crystal, who's turning 77 today.
77, wow.
Our source mentions he's having a bit of trouble finding a host for his party this year.
Oh, no.
I guess those Hollywood A-listers are all booked up.
Well, thankfully, Jimmy Kimmel is coming to the rescue. He's agreed to host Crystal's birthday bash, which promises to be a night filled with laughter and legendary stories.
That sounds like a party I'd want to be at. So as we wrap up our whirlwind tour of March 14th, we've encountered town meetings, cotton gins, bird reservations, national days galore, and a star-studded lineup of birthdays. What started as a seemingly random assortment of events has actually revealed some fascinating insights into history, culture, and the human experience.
It's been a journey that's taken us from the serious to the silly, from the profound to the quirky. But ultimately, what we've uncovered is that every day, even a seemingly ordinary one like March 14th, is filled with stories waiting to be told, connections waiting to be made, and a rich tapestry of human experience to explore.
Yeah, it really makes you realize that history isn't just about dates and facts in a textbook.
Right.
It's about the people, the inventions, the ideas,
Sure.
and even the humor that have shaped our world.
Exactly. It's about the stories we choose to tell and retell, the things we find worth remembering, and how these elements combine to paint a picture of who we are as a society.
So, listener, as we reach the end of our deep dive into March 14th, I'm curious what resonated most with you. Did you find yourself wanting to learn more about Eli Whitney's cotton gin and its complex legacy?
Right.
Or maybe the celebration of Pi Day sparked your inner math enthusiast?
Perhaps you're feeling inspired to write your own story, motivated by a national write down your story day, or maybe you're simply craving some potato chips and pie.
Oh, yeah.
No judgment here.
Honestly, I'm feeling that potato chip craving myself.
Wow.
But beyond the snacks and celebrations, I think what's most important is that we continue to explore, to question, and to dive deep into the fascinating stories that surround us.
Absolutely. Because every day, even a seemingly ordinary one like March 14th, holds the potential for discovery and wonder. We just have to be willing to look for it.
So keep that curiosity alive, listener. And until our next deep dive, stay curious.